Can you just one more training session to go before you head off for your next game against Ipswich? Just looking back over the other night, 2 goals scored away from home. Usually 2 goals is good enough to get a point, but the manager Dave Ortell, as you would have spoke with him as well about it, or said too many players way below our performances. You can't have that, can you? You've got to get a good positive group of numbers playing well.
Yeah, you need 8 or 9 at least playing well and performing up to what they can, the maximum. So if you go away from home, you expect, if you score 2 goals, to at least draw the game. You can't go away and concede 3 and expect to get anything out of a game of football.
Is it a real highlight that it's showing up that there is a total, unfortunately, lack of consistency? Whatever team you select, you can't just put it together for 2 or 3 games in a row.
Well, as you're telling me what we're thinking. We needed to get players on the pitch who are consistent. Some have got different reasons for being not as consistent as others. Some are making the way, and some are coming in a team, and then you'll get someone doing really well, and then a week later not doing as well. So if we can get some consistency with the squad and with the players we got, and someone to really challenge for the shirts, and the ones who are consistent will probably keep the place.
Would you say that is the most important thing that you've got to try and get into the team that you send out, consistency to get you out of where you are? Yeah,
you need to put a run of wins together. We won one the other week, and we thought it's time to go on a run of winning games and getting some momentum. And it never quite happened at AFC Wimbledon, but we have to start again on Sunday at Ipswich.
There's a lot of talk in football, isn't it, in this day and age, about intensity, the pressing that has to be done. How do you feel your team copes with it, and do you think you can improve your own side as well?
Yeah, we can improve. Obviously, I'm sure you asked anyone else. I think everyone thinks they can improve, but with the intensity we set, as you can see, we did it against Gillingham, and we couldn't manage to follow it up. Now, again, there's different reasons why we play against different styles of opposition, and the consistency, as you've just spoke about, that's what we need, and we need to be a high intense team who go and press teams and win the ball back up the pitch. I think that's when we're at our best. Now we can't do that all the time because, as I said, physically they can't do it Saturday, Tuesday, and this against some different oppositions, it's when you do it and when you don't do it.
Does fitness come into it as well, Kenny, to get more intensity? Does it need to be a bit more fitter, a bit more harder work, perhaps?
Yeah, you want to be the fittest team in the league, and obviously the top teams, when they're winning games and you've got a large squad and players come in and do well, and you can rotate, and but when we've got players who have played consistently for 4 or 5 years, and like we did last year, you could see that they was consistently on it every game, and you're seeing their fitness levels now. There's 1 or 2 we've got 17, 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, and they're making the way in the game. They're doing well to play a game a week, and now we're asking them to play every Saturday, Tuesday. So we have to look after them and just try and help them through tough times and try and do the best that we can with what we've got.
The other hard side to it as well is you've been conceding far too many goals. I think that was 34 at the weekend. What do you do in sort of training sessions, and how do you try and deal with the defenders, and not just the defenders, the whole squad in the defending unit? What word do you put in?
Well, we done a lot of work defensively on a defensive shape against Bolton, and we forgot to attack and pass the ball. So we went before Gillingham. We worked on what we did with the ball, and now we're thinking really concentrate on what we did. It's about us really, and about what we're doing with the ball and how we're beating a press, and when we go through it, around it, over it. So in the end, as I said, it's about what we do, and we sometimes take it literally for what we're saying and what we're doing. Some of the players think if we ask them to defend and work on defending, we forget about what we do with the ball, and the opposite way around.
It was a long trip back, no doubt about that, because when you lose, it doesn't matter when it's only 20 miles from home, but when it's nearly 150 miles from home, it's even worse. But the one thing you can take, I know it's not easy, out of a defeat, is positivity, way that your boys kept going.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any question that they never work hard. We always try and work hard and they put the maximum in that they can, and now it's not all the time that's enough, but I think we're trying to get the best out of them, and they're giving everything, and now sometimes they make the wrong decisions, the wrong choices, so we're sticking with them, and they'll keep trying the best, a good group, and we'll keep working hard with them and try and get the best out of them.
Desire and determination it's got to stay, hasn't it? It's got to remain there, because you'll do all the coaching, all the technical side with them, but that desire and determination can go a long way.
Yeah, once you've lost that, you've sort of lost before you've turned up. So I don't think that's the case. I think we've got good enough players, and now as we will refer back to consistency, we haven't been consistent as a team, as individuals, and we need to sort of get 11 players out there, and it's been hard because you get one or two knocks or someone goes downhill, and I don't think we've had the same 11 on the pitch for more than 2 games. So once you got that, if you get a team and you get 11, 12, and then you got others behind them fighting for the place and doing as well as they can and pushing each other, that's again going back to consistency. And as long as you've got the work ethic and they keep pushing and fighting for each other, I'm sure results will come.
This has been your club, Kenny, and we spoke to the manager on many occasions. He's already pointed out if you can pull it off this year and get out of the bottom 4, it would be his biggest achievement as a manager. For you, involved in the management team, it's a lonely place, isn't it, when you're losing football games? How do you just see Dave, how he's shaping up to it all?
It's difficult. But again, it's what we're in the job to do. I think we were 17th in Division 2 when we first took over, and it's sort of looking back and learning and taking what we've learned from the journey we've been on. We're going to have ups and downs, and we have to come through it fighting and working as hard as we can. And now when any manager, any staff say they're working hard, I'm sure everyone works hard. That does come into question. We're working as hard as we can, and we'll keep working hard until we see where we end up. So we'll keep doing that. It's frustrating. We're as frustrated as anyone at times, and when we're not winning matches and not performing. But as I said, we take it as bad as anyone. But we have to pull everyone through it, and we have to take the positives from anything and keep the players going in the right direction.
It's always been a football club, apart from one manager in the last probably 30 years. They've had long association with their own people, haven't they? Crew, the management team, ex-players or people who worked here. Does it hurt even more, that feeling, for you on a personal note, that the way the results are?
Put it this way, it hurts more now than it did probably as a player. It's as you said, it's our football club, and we want it to remain a First Division football club this year, and we want to do as well as we can, and we want to push up the league and go the right way. So if anyone tells us they feel bad on a Saturday and when we haven't won a game, tell them to come and see us and see how we feel.
Yeah, I know, it's very difficult. Well, let's look now just at your next game. You're coming up against a Paul Cook side. You've met up him on a few occasions, haven't you, in management terms, where he's been, but he's not having it all his own way down there, and I suppose that's one thing that you could call. It's a big club, but you've got to go in and instill your own belief that you can do it. Yeah,
we've come up against Paul before, a great guy and a great manager. He's brought a new squad, a new different type of players and different players coming together. So they've got to work on a lot of things from the start of the season with a different group, and I'm sure they'll be fine this year and do well in the end. Hopefully it doesn't start on Sunday.
But it's a good place to go, isn't it, Kenny? Once again, it's one of those messages you can say to your players, just take a look around at this. They've won Europe trophies, they've been in cup finals, and this is what, not you would strive for that, but what I mean is, this is what you want to be with these clubs in League One. Oh no, that's what. If you're not looking forward to going to Ipswich, I don't think you're going to go to a bigger club this year. They're as big as anyone in this division, so they're the clubs that you want to go to. And we've had some good memories playing at Ipswich. Whether last year it was performance and never quite got the result, but I'm sure it was one of our best performances at Ipswich. So, and as a player, when I played there, I used to enjoy going there, and we had some good results there. So hopefully we can follow up this weekend. I'm putting you on the spot with a final question then. Points or performance? You just said performance last time, no points this time. Both. Nah, points.